Hey Ron, and welcome back to Steve's Place Down Under. Today we're going to try and get this Chrysler Galant going. It's a 1600. I don't know of the year, make and model of it, but it's been sitting here for 30 years. My father-in-law owns it. He said he drove it down here 32 years or something ago, then it just sat here ever since. So we're going to try and get it to go. I don't know much else about it. He brought it down just to drive around on the property and it's sat here ever since. I didn't use it much. It's got a manual gearbox. I'll do a quick walk around, then we'll lift the bonnet and have a look. It was just rust holding that, no latch. Okay, she is. There's no air cleaner. That's not a good sign. I don't even know if it spins over. But we're here with the battery and the gear, so. Oh, she's missing a couple of plugs. That's not a good sign. She moves. She moves. There's no water. It's leaning forward, so that's probably about right. What I like to usually do is pull the sump plug out and check if there's water on the bottom, but this thing's never going anywhere and it's sitting on the sump. The sump is in the dirt, so I'm not pulling that out. I usually do, but I'm not going to. We may have to get a couple of plugs. From somewhere, out of one of these other old wrecks, I suppose. That's not a good sign, but it isn't seized. I'll put a battery on her and see if she whines. So hopefully this episode works. It's blowing a gale down here. It is freezing cold. I think it's only like 3 degrees. I cut the belt off this because we're in the middle of the bush and I've only got minimal tools that I brought while we're visiting the in-laws for the weekend. Took the belt off because one, it's had it could flick off, and two, I've got no water, so we're just going to run it for a short amount of time, see if it does run. Then we can always get a belt, but it'll never hit the road again, these things, so I'm happy to run it and warm it up without coolant in it, just as long as that water pump's not spinning and hurting it. So I've got a battery here. I'm going to hook some leads up to it. I'll see if the ignition key actually works. If not, we can just put my button onto the starter and then go from there. Someone's actually raided 2 plugs out of it as well, so my father-in-law's going to get a plug socket and we'll just raid them out of another car. I did mention that earlier, I know, but he's going to get a socket because my kit doesn't have one in it. I only got a basic couple of hand tools just to see what we can do here. And we'll just guess where those leads go unless we can find the firing order for it. Okay, so that's our earth going to the block. This is our positive here, so straight to a good earth on the block rather than that little old copper lead there. Don't know if that's good or not, but a bit of an old oily alternator bracket there. Actually, the dash lights are on. Let me just have a look in there. There's no keys though. That's amazing. I'm basically feeling around for the signal on the starter here. Put my button on. I can barely feel my hands. It's that cold. Oh, she whines. That's what I was worried about. See, my things aren't insulated, so it's hitting the positive, which is a good sign. Oh, she'll go if that makes that noise. Very good. So we'll just do a couple of things, get some spark. I'll have to try and insulate that. It's doing it itself. We'll get some spark going on these points. Find the coil. Oh, there is no coil.
Oh.
Great. Something else, we'll have to raid off another one. She winds over too. Are they all blown up, these? You from all? Oh, here. Okay, I just went and pinched a coil off another wreck down there, plus a couple of plugs. We'll just sit her here in the engine bay and hopefully it'll work. I don't like my chances of me socket fitting in this one because of that, but oh yeah, it might. Socket's on an angle and it's binding up a little bit. Okay. Okay, put these on. I'm just guessing where they go without finding a firing order. There's usually one written on the manifold somewhere, but we'll see. Going off that shorter lead, I'd imagine it's number 1. Okay, I'll just file them points up and trickle a bit down her and see what she does. Okay, get the cap off. Oh, she's pretty tidy in there. I'm just giving the rotor button a quick rub off camera, but that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, I'm going to put my hand in front of that camera, but hope you can still see. Try and do it so you can see. This is just a bit of fine paper. I haven't got any compressed air to blow that out, but I'll just give it a flick. I'll quickly liven the ignition up just to see if there's any spark there. I've just got this coil sitting here like this. That should work. Oh yeah. There's definitely spark there. Okay, let's look inside the cap and see this white corrosion they get here. Just give it a scratch off. That should be okay, see what she does. Rotor button back on. I believe these were good old cars. The 1600's a good size car, size engine, very popular for blokes to do up, even these days. Old Dados and Toyotas and stuff, Mazdas. All right, hook the ignition back up. I'll get the petrol I bought and just trickle a bit down that carby and see if she's going to pop off at least before I fill the bowl and get a bit more out of it. I would rather that's not there, so I'm going to quickly pull that off so I can control the throttle. I've probably got a socket there to fit it, but probably a bit quicker, it's a bit gummy. Okay everyone, I'm going to interrupt this video for a sponsor that's reached out to us now. Bluetti reached out to us and offered us this Elite 300 model here, 2400 watt. What this thing does is just puts out 240 volt, or we can charge off it with USB or a 12 volt outlet. It is cold and dark at the moment, but they wanted us to integrate this thing into a normal video, and at the moment we're away camping to do some videos, seeing some people. We are in the remote Australian bush. We're off grid, so the lights you're seeing in the background is all 12 volt. And we were charging our equipment off this thing today, and we thought we'd bring it in to run we brought some electric blankets or electric throws for the bed, and at the moment this thing is running it fine. Output 100, you see it changing there. It was at 97% about half an hour ago. Because we're using it today to charge our camera equipment, it hasn't dropped much at all. It is absolutely freezing cold out here. It's not the usual way that I would display something like this. However, it is part of what we're doing because it's keeping us warm while we do this stuff. It's -2 degrees here, Celsius. And then you get an app on your phone. I'm not sure if you can all see that. Gives you the output. You can actually do everything. You can cut all this stuff off, or if you've got it outside remote, you can actually turn the machine on and off. You can turn DC on and off, AC on and off, just with this app. We don't know a hell of a lot about it, but it's so far it's performing and doing well. I hope to show you more on it when we wake up again tomorrow, when it's on the back of the car charging some equipment. You can see it all in the daylight, but at the moment it's working really, really well. The beds are getting nice and warm. I'm just using torch here because it's dark and late at night. There's the unit itself there. The main house here has solar power, but the cabins surrounding for visitors is only 12 volt. So this thing is really, really impressive. After a long day filming in the cold and the wind, I can't wait to get into these beds. And then tomorrow we'll charge our equipment again with that and show you more in the daylight. Thank you, Bluetti, for sending it. Let's put that nut back on there. Okay, so I'm thinking one of these is going to be a bowl vent. I'd say this one here. All the vacuum lines are crispy coming off the carby. Throttle is working a little bit. It's a Solex or something like that. Yeah, it's a Solex carburetor. Hopefully that's going in the bowl and not the manifold. See what she does. Put the hot wire on here. Hopefully that coil's working. Doesn't seem to be sparking. Could hear it then.
Yeah, went up both.
She's arcing onto the positive there. Look at that. So try and insulate that somehow. I've just tried to insulate this coil with a bit of bark, but you can see it's still jumping through it. Look at that. Amazing. It must be wet. I'll have to find something else. Hopefully that insulator works. I just got a bit of vacuum line off that old canister there. You can still hear a cracking here and there.
Still going.
I need a backfire. Bowl vent's a bit bigger on this one than the... No, I definitely want to. It's still arcing onto here. The coil. It's going through that rubber. Really? You get that? You get that?
Your arm was there.
Huh?
You want a rubber glove to insulate that a bit?
Oh, no, I've just moved the wire. It doesn't seem to be now. She's got a fair bit of blow by, you can see it coming out here. But whether it's had the ring flogged out of it or it's just from sitting for 30 years, I'm not sure. Here's my long screwdriver. Just try and rev it with that so I'm not blocking the whole show off for the camera. A bit of a rattle. I don't know if it's a loose tappet or a knock. As I said, these things were paddock bashes all them years ago, so she could have been destroyed while it was parked, possibly. Sounds like a diesel.
So quiet.
I don't think it is. Sounds like an old diesel, doesn't it? Knocking. She's got blow by, mate. She's not really.
Compared to that to the old man.
Oh, mate. Yeah, yeah. Ford. That's Ford. See. Oh, mate, blokes should love it. It's amazing, isn't it? I'd say the damage was done before we got here. That's a shame. It'd be a pretty unique, rare car now, wouldn't it?
Sorry?
You don't see any of them around. It'd be pretty rare now, wouldn't it? especially a station. She's not very economical.
Could do with a set of rings, I think.
Yeah. I can't believe they're starting it being as cold as it is. I really can't. Yeah. Doesn't sound like a conrod knock or anything. Sounds like a pre-ignition noise or a from here anyway. But anyway, it does run. Quite exciting still. She's not even getting warm yet. I'll give her that last bit of petrol. You're oh dear. 30 years, wow. Still runs. All right, everyone, hope you enjoyed that. I certainly did. And apart from being freezing cold and windy, I still get excited after seeing these things come alive, especially when they're sat here this long. I don't know what would become of this thing. Probably get sent to the scrappers with all those old AU Falcons or whatever they are down there. I think they're earlier than that, actually. Anyway, thanks for watching. I think there's one more car here we're going to try, whether it's today or, but there is one more here in this property we're going to try out to get another video out. So if you did like that, thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.